Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Elmcreek Station. What's going on? I'm excited to start this series up properly. This is episode 2 because I lost episode 1. So let's get right into it. I'll give you a recap of what we did, and we will carry on with what we're doing. Okay, so that's not what I wanted. When we first started out, we bought ourselves a farm. We started out right here in this area. We got all these items. Canola's already been harvested. Soybeans we don't have planted. So at the moment, sugarcane at the moment, all we've got is cotton. I think we had potatoes too. Yeah, we've got cotton, we've got potatoes, and we've got grass. Now, these two fields, these guys right here, they are already worked. They are pretty and happy, and they're doing just fine. We got everything done with those. We need to roll them, so we're going to have to go get a roller. We also got 4 beehives set up. We got 2 greenhouses set up, which these need a lot of water, and they need their bonus tanks. And then we've got our little honey compartment over here. The fields out there need various stages of work. Some of them need... what do they need? Like, they've got weeds, which they're dead. This one needs to have weeds pulled, but I'm not really worried about it. They need fertilized. Some of them are going to need plowed when they're done. Some of them are going to need lime when they're done. They need things. They need work, but we're just starting out. So we're going to do all that. So the first thing I'd like to do is hop on the tractor here, put this away because I don't need it right now. We also picked up this cool Landini Robo 6. We got it in the sale for half price, which is awesome. And we got that Kubota over there, a little side-by-side. So we're fixed for a couple items for right now. So as far as, as far as things we need, we are going to need to back up onto the right side of this. I think this is the back. Is this the back or is this the front? Sweet. Okay. We are going to need to get all these fields fertilized, which I'm going to start off with, and then we're going to come back and roll this stuff, and after that we'll probably move on to September straight away. What all needs fertilized? Let's pull up our fertilizer list. Boom. Okay, so this one, and these two need to be fertilized. So let's run the small fields first since we're already here, and then we'll get on with the other two. Alright. Now I love this fertilizer because its space is enormous. The only problem with it is it does not do lime. So we'll have to sort that out, and we can sort that out right after the harvest. Let's get in here and get parked up here straight. That way we know where we're going. And then we'll do this, and boom. Yeah, the whole field. All at once. Love this fertilizer. Take care of everything all at once. This is easy. And it does not go through that much fertilizer, to be honest. Okay. And we'll come back over here. We'll get parked into here. And we'll send it just the same. This will be done here in just a moment. Then we'll go bang, 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 and we'll be all good to go for fertilization. Now, car, watch out, cars. I ain't playing with you. Okay. Really? Really, really? Is this what we do? You're just gonna stop in front of me like that? About to be road rage simulator here in a minute. Now, I do not have, like, markers for how far this goes, so we're just going to have to kind of wing it. Okay, that's pretty close. Wait, hold up. This one's the only one that's already fertilized. Whoops! Oh yeah, it's also August, so after we get these fields fertilized, let's figure out what we're going to put in this center field. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being... probably barley for the eventual chickens. Because barley's pretty high yield. Either barley or wheat. Maybe we'll do wheat. Let's get this knocked out real quick here. Okay. Yeah, we'll get this going, and we'll pop back in as soon as we're done. Alright, so let's finish up this last row here. We're going to be about right here, I think. No, we can go a little farther over, even. And we're going to turn that radius down some, because holy cow. No point in wasting, right? So we'll finish these two. Bang, bang, bang. I'm not going to do this one just quite yet. We might do it here in a bit. But we'll see what we got to plant when it's up. Okay. So, cool. These four are all done. Do they need anything else? That's going to need lime, but we can't do anything right now because it's got a crop on it. So let's have a look here. Canola. Right. Yeah, well, planting we're not going to do. Wheat and barley come up next month, so that works out just fine. So we'll leave this field that we're on here for next month. And yeah, that'll take care of us for this month, I think. I don't think there's anything else we can do necessarily right now. So let's do some more shopping. And we will do the rolling for grass. We'll do this grass rolling up here. And then we'll move on to September. We also need to do a lot of water. So let's do that too while we're here. Okay, so shopping. Check the sale. Anything cool in the sale? No. Now, grassland care. Now, is this? This is the yield improvement of grass fields. This will be really, really nice. This is a roller weeder seeder, I think, all in one. So I might mess around and just buy this, but I think what I should do instead is get this guy here, predominantly because I can do a lot of things with it. So we're going to grab that. And then we will take this into town. Let's go ahead and go into town. We'll grab the roller, come back, roll this stuff, fill up the greenhouses, and then move on to September. Yeah. And then when September comes, we'll get the wheat planted. And get that field all done and taken care of. And we'll go from there. You know, I was just thinking, realistically, we should probably do something else while we're here. If we got this, right? If I got this, I could put a roller and a mulcher on here. Yeah. I need to do that because it's so far from... Ah, wait, hold up. From the farm home, it's really far. So if we got a few things to make our lives easier, that would be really good. Cultivators, cultivators, cultivators. Now, I usually go for this guy. It's a little expensive. So we'll go for this guy to start with. And we'll go with this one. Okay, so bought ourselves a few things here. Don't worry, you always have to buy a whole bunch of stuff to start off a farm. And ideally, we'll be able to load up all these items, theoretically. Load up all of these items, and then we only have to make one trip instead of 3, just because of how far it is back to the house from here. And I do have intention, probably after the first harvest, give or take. I might do it after we get some, after some money from the collectibles, of buying a, an 18-wheeler, so I can get a drop deck trailer for that. Alright, let me load all this stuff up, and I'll see you back at the farm, alright? Alright, we are almost there. Got these items loaded up on here nice and neat. And we're chugging along back to the farm here. So I'll get here. The mulcher is for later. It's not for right now, but we're going to want it. So I went ahead and grabbed it. I'm going to try to use it on that field. I think I can. But I don't know if I have to wait until next month when there's grass on the field to mulch. Or weeds, rather, on the field to mulch. So I'm going to wait until next month either way, just to make sure. But we'll do this little dab of rolling here real quick. A little overzealous there on that. Bop. I don't know if you can hear my cat. One of them, at least. Alright. Sorting that out. I think it would almost be worth it to merge these two fields with a plow. Probably. I might actually do that. If I could do that, then I could have all this as good grass for the sheepers and the chickens. And I could maybe even put the cows over here too. And this could be the barnyard. I don't know, what do you guys think? Leave it down in the comments. Should we merge the fields and try to make all of the animals over here, because I'd like to do all 4 or 5 of the animal types. I don't know if I want to necessarily do horses, but eventually pigs would be cool too. I got a good mod for a larger chicken yard, but I need to test it out a little bit first before I put it on this one. Couldn't find a mod for a larger sheep pasture. That's what you want to call it. Sheep field. Couldn't find a mod for a larger sheep enclosure. So we're going to go with the existing large size one. And that is going to come up after the first grass harvest. So that might be some time. We are just finishing this up. I'm going to test out the mulcher on that field over there, and if I can mulch, we will mulch. And if it doesn't mulch, then we'll go ahead and skip forward to September. Alright. And that wraps that up. No big deal. Another job done. I really got to level out that part of the floor. Or attempting. Won't fall off. Okay, good enough. Haha, yeah, we got it. Woo! Okay, no big deal. Hey, they're tractors. They're rugged. They're meant to do that. It was intended. Oh yeah, this'll mulch. This will mulch. Now, the equipment description says this needs 200 horses. This tractor is 225, so it should have no problem carrying this thing, but it always seems like it does. It seems like this mulcher runs a lot better at like 325, and I'm not really sure why. Winds, rain in the forecast. 4 o'clock? Okay, so we'll need to be done with this before. Which we can totally do. It's only 250. Alright. We'll get this outline done. Yeah, I feel like it's like kind of tilty. Oh well. So mulching is important. I have found on the fields where you have crops where you need as much yield as possible, because mulching gives, I want to say, 2.5%. For a bonus. And so on these fields where it's like, oh, this is going to be, you know, important for the animals, you know, for whatever, because this is going to be wheat, ideally designed for chicken feed. So chicken feed and straw, so we need to get as much as we can. Meanwhile, these 3 up here, that one's going to be replanted with cotton. These 3 up here are going to be planted with some sort of like cereal crop. I might mess around and do wheat in these as well. The only problem is I can't. So those might end up being something else, like sorghum maybe. Sorghum's got a real fast turnaround on it. sorghum and then wheat, perhaps. See, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But we want something with a real fast turnaround on it, so that we can get 2 crops in the same year. Let's get the worker on this. Alright, so we're going to get the worker off on that. We'll let him go. And then let's go put down some water tanks. Y'all want to see a cool jump cut? Alright, yeah. So, also I took a moment to soften this out just a little bit here. So we got a tank over there, and a tank over there. Now they just need a whole lot of water. And unfortunately, this guy is still doing this. So we'll let him get to the end of this row here. We'll knock out these 2, and then we'll do some water. And we'll come back. We'll do some water, and then we'll come back to this field and cultivate it. I know that if you cultivate a field, you can skip a month, and you won't have weeds. Think you won't have weeds? I don't know. I might have jumped the gun on this. I hope not. I don't think so, but we'll see how it goes. Pretty sure you can leave a field mulched, and it'll stay mulched, because there's nothing on it. But we'll finish up these last 2 or 3 passes here, and then we'll go from there. Not too bad. I do know that these greenhouses require a lot of water. So, I mean, they're going to need quite a bit. But that's okay, because we can hold quite a bit per run. It just might be 2 or 3 runs before we're done. We'll bang this out. Mulching takes some time. I'm not going to lie to you. Mulching takes a little bit of time, and it's not a very fast job. Unfortunately, I don't have a sign. Unfortunately, I don't have a gigantic working with like the fertilizer does, or, you know, like anything does. But mulching is important, because you get that nice little bonus. And mulching is one of those jobs that you can do early on, or like right after a harvest, because you can just do this with it, and it'll prevent you from getting weeds. So you can mulch like at the same time. Like for me, I harvest and then I just leave the field to go until I'm ready to plant on it again. I'm just trying to do this now because tomorrow is going to be busy with collectible gathering. I know a lot of the day is going to be taken up with collectible gathering September, so I want to start out September with planting, and then it's going to be collectible gathering, and I don't know, probably contracts or something, because it's going to be about generating, you know, income, especially when we don't have a whole lot to do. Because I may... Actually, I don't think it's time for cotton yet. I think cotton's October. I'll have to double check. Oh my goodness. Just go down the middle, please. Like, I swear, this thing just drifts all the time. Okay. Alright. Okay, we'll get this last stripe done here, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And we'll knock out some water. Then we'll go ahead. I don't think I have to cultivate this month. I think it's going to be next month. Either way, we're going to cultivate it next month. We'll cultivate, plant, fertilize. Which reminds me, we need a seeder. Either a seeder or a planter. I'll figure out which one it is. And I want to get one of pretty good size. Yeah. Ah! That would be the luck. What are we stuck on here? Oh, is there a sign? Alright. So we'll take this guy back. Hook up to the water tank, and we'll go. Cedar? Yeah, these are the ones. This one does a combination, which is kind of cool. Anybody have any special brands they like? Because I kind of like the ones that fertilize as well, but I'm not going to get one this time because I got that fertilizer with that huge range on it. So it'd be silly to have two different items that fertilize. Alright. We'll get us turned up here. Dip our toes in and get to filling. Okay, while we're doing that, cedars. Let's talk about it. Big. No, I don't need all that. 12 would be really nice. 180 horses. 240 horses. So this is actually heavier than we need. And I don't really need the possibility of direct seating. I might actually just get this one, honestly. It's got a really solid tank size on it. It's only 180 horses to carry it. It's got a really good working width. And it does pretty much everything. I like it. Let's buy it. Okay. I bought it. And we're just full of water here. So, this might take a couple of rounds of going back and forth. So we'll see how we do when we get there. But yeah, this is why I want this is why I bought those bigger tanks, because it's a bit of a drive from the farm to the water point, and to everything else for that matter, honestly. What would be really cool is if you could mod the greenhouses to be like open top, to where if it rained it would just water everything. That would be neat. Because it's going to rain later today. But it rains a lot, so I don't know, it might not be the best solution. But yeah, let's see how much water we get into this when we start to go ahead and fill it up. So it turns out the answer is a couple. Yeah, a couple. So we got 17,000 in this one, 24,000 in this one. That's perfectly fine for right now. We got everything growing. We're doing just fine on that front. Let's take the water tanker, and I want to leave it over here. This is nice and out of the way. It's not taking up any space in the barn. Good enough. Let's get these bags out of the road. Actually, you know what? Honestly, we can leave them... Hello? We can leave them right where we are. Right where they are. Because we got to go pick up our two newest tools. The cultivator and the planter. Now, you know me, I'm a big fan of direct routes. Let's take a direct route and we'll get there. That looks about right. So yeah, we've mulched. We're going to cultivate, plant, fertilize, roll. That's next month. Cotton comes up in October and November. So that's going to be kind of hard because we have a very expensive price to harvest cotton, and I'm about 90% sure they're on different growth stages, which is bad for us. So let's have a look. Dark green, not as dark green. This one's going to come later, so we can do these two and then that, which is a major bummer. Because, and I'll have to look into this specifically when it comes time, because I'm pretty sure if you don't harvest on the day, they end up dying and you lose the harvest. I'm not 100% sure. I will have to look that up and I will get back to you. When it comes time to harvest cotton, that's going to be in probably 2 episodes. An episode or 2, I don't know. But when we get there, we'll get there and we'll figure it out. Again, he's a stone pick. Also, I totally could do an episode of just collecting collectibles, but, you know, I mean, might be something fun to do, especially since after we get this wheat planted next month, there isn't going to be a whole lot to do on the farm for a while. And a whole bunch of fertilizing. It's okay, though, we got a whole bunch of fertilizer. I don't think these are both going to fit on here. Well, not with that attitude. Aw, close. Oh, come on, that was on. That was on, that's a joke. Ooh. Ooh, are we there? Okay, let's hold that right there. This isn't gonna work, is it? Yeah, let's get you a little bit straightened up here. Said straightened up, not tipped over. Come on. Straighten up. There we go. Now, I don't think this is gonna work, but we might just give it a try. I really don't think this is gonna work. I mean, but if we can get close, it'll certainly save us a trip. Yeah. Will this work? I don't think, I mean, obviously you would never do this. But, hey, I mean, if it takes both of them, then sure. Alright. Grab that. First thing we need to do is button these guys down. Is this gonna work? No! That's fine. But this is not fine. Is this fine? No, this isn't fine, is it? Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This works. This works well. Oh yeah. This is how farming equipment's meant to be transported. Look at this broken trailer. This doesn't work. Oh my god. Never mind the fact that I'm driving through Farmer Brown's field. Like, Unfolding this is gonna be insane. Ugh. Got this nice little shimmy going on here. Oh boy. Okay, we've managed to limp our way home. Thinking I'm gonna park this on one of the other fields. Because, well, let me not be lazy. Actually, we got a lane right there. Forgot we had that. Yeah, we'll just park it down one of these lanes. That's fine. Okay. Alright, everybody brace for impact. Well, that went off really well. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Oh, well, that went better than I expected. Alright. Well, that works out. Let's cultivate a field. This should only take a couple of passes. Oh boy. This is going to take a minute. Okay, hang on. Did I make an error here? Cultivator. Ah, that's why. 375. Crap. Okay, so you're gonna just ride the struggle bus here for a minute. Let's reconsider. Okay, how's this for a plan? We have all day tomorrow to get crops planted. So what if our episode was collect all the collectibles and then buy a big tractor? That way we'd have 2 tractors on our field, which is kind of a thing that we need. And then we could also get the collectibles done and get this field planted. I think that's a good idea. You guys think that's a good idea? I think that's a good idea. Also, it's really funny to me to watch these bags shrink. Okay. Not good with symbology. Barley, oat. We are going to plant some wheat. Yeah. And the reason I say wheat is because wheat tops out at 732 and barley tops out at 680. Wheat also has a slightly higher yield than barley. The reason we know it's got a slightly higher yield is because wheat, if planted in September, you'll harvest in July. Barley, if planted in September, you'll harvest in June. It comes up earlier. And things that go fast don't yield that well. But they're more valuable. That's just the way it's set up. So, here's the plan. Here's the plan. That's an unforeseen circumstance. So, cotton? Yeah, cotton. Cotton. Sorghum, which is good. And cotton. So, the sorghum will come up for harvest next month, I guess. That's weird that it's not registering. Okay, whatever. This will probably come up for harvest next month. So what we'll need to do is skip ahead to next month. Alright. Let's see. Fertilize, cultivate, plant, roll, fertilize, da-da-da-da-da. All that's going to happen next month. So, over the next 2 episodes, we're going to skip ahead to September now. Over the next 2 episodes, we're going to collect all the collectibles and buy a bigger tractor. And then we're going to come back, harvest all this stuff. Well, probably harvest this, I don't think I'm going to get a chance to get a second fertilize in on it, because it's supposed to be coming up between now and next month. So we're not going to get a second fertilize on that. Get all the collectibles, get the money, buy a tractor, finish this field, harvest this field, do whatever we're going to do over there, make profit, have a successful farm. We're going to subscribe, we're going to ring the bell, we're going to have a great day, and I will see you in September. Take it easy, everybody.